Hey guys, Man Plastic here. Hope you guys are doing well. So, right off the bat, I want to say sorry for the hiatus there. For some reason, a lot of the footage that I kept recording kept getting corrupted out of the blue, so I kind of have to re-record this video like 4 different times, so that already took up a ton of time. And I also have, you could say, an event this weekend, so depending on when I uploaded this, I may or may not be already at the event, or it'll just be like maybe like a day before. But here we are, finally, with the review I promised you guys. This is the base form OC Toys Vegito. This box does not want to stand, so I have to lay it on the mat like that. But here we are, guys. So when it comes to OC Toys Vegito, the OC Toys Vegito figure, I should say, there are 3 versions. One of them is the base form, which I have right here, the Super Saiyan, which will be the next video, and the Super Saiyan God. I did not get the God. I thought the colors were a little too saturated for my liking, a little too bright, I want to say. So I opted to getting just the Super Saiyan base form. But let's take a look at the boxes. Right here, you can see the silhouette of Vegito. I think this looks very nice. It's a pretty simple box, just a black box. Here is a GD Studio, I guess, for the accessories, because this right here is the accessory box, and this right here, see, Toys-04 is where the body is in. And hope you guys stick around. I will try to upload more consecutively, more consistently, I should say. There's a bit of a troubling schedule this past week, so I'm sorry about that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the boxes. Okay, guys, I'll try to keep the video at a pretty reasonable length. I'll try not to go on rambling about all sorts of stuff. But I decided to open up the accessory box, and here you can see, put the camera a little lower, right there. So you get 2 of these hands, which are, I don't believe he's done this before in Super Saiyan Blue. I would assume this is, sorry, focus on the camera. This is something Super Saiyan Blue would do, with the key spheres on his fingertips. I do know that Super Saiyan has done this before, so this is the more canon thing, more canon accessory added. But you get 2, 4, 6 hands right here, one of them being the phone holding hand. I'm really a fan of this one. I find it incredibly funny. I like this one. And you get 2 head sculpts, although one of them is missing because, oops, coming right-handed. One of the heads is already on the body, and we'll have the figure over in a second. But here you go. This is one of the heads. This is windswept. They're both windswept. They're both facing opposite sides, like the bangs. So this one is windswept to the, I guess you could say, the right, since it's technically that way. The right, and here's the surprised face, or I guess you could say the face where he's getting shocked. Make the camera focus right there. Honestly, looks pretty good. I like it. It looks pretty good. And then you also get a keyblade, which is made of like a pretty flexible material. It's like, I don't want to say rubber, but it's almost like a rubberized plastic. So it feels a little gummy. Not in a bad way. It feels definitely very malleable. So you have that. And then also, Final Kamehameha, made of the same material, which I really like. A lot of the figure effects that are added with a ton of figures tend to be very rigid, so some of them could possibly break. So this is a really nice addition. I like the material that they chose for these accessories. And then a bigger keyblade. I'm assuming this is when he's doing the spirit sword, or he's about to slice Boo in half. I'm not sure though, because from what I see here, let's focus on that. The opening seems to be for 2 hands, but without spoiling anything, I'm not sure if it fits on both hands at the same time. So I'm not sure about that. However, the accessories are so far pretty cool. And I didn't want to take everything out of this one because it's a ton of hands and faces. You get the "Are you seriously crying?" face, stern looking down, stern looking forward, smirking to the side, looking to the right, a yelling face, and also happy Vegito right there. And you get 4, 8, 12, 14 more hands in this accessory kit right here that comes with the figure. Now, in terms of accessories, this thing is honestly awesome. You get a ton of accessories with this thing. I will say, I honestly do wish they would have kept the straight hairs, like the static hairs, instead of both windswept. Although it's probably just to get you to buy the old kits, which, ironically enough, I'm pretty sure do not fit with this figure. So it's a little weird of a decision to take. But those are the accessories, and let's get to the main event. And here we have him, both men himself, joined into one unstoppable force, the Vegito. Right off the bat, I have to say, maybe a little bit of bias, because I like the way this looks better in terms of proportions and colors and the overall molds. I like this better than a Super Saiyan 3 Vegito that I had from Beast Deities / Kang / Mythos, Anime Mythos? Yeah, / Anime Mythos. All those names, same company. I will have to say though, the blue on the camera is a little darker than it is in real life. In real life, it's almost like a light royal blue, I want to say. Somewhere nearing there. On camera, it's coming off a bit darker. So I just have to clarify that. But I really like this figure. I'm really liking it so far. There seems to be maybe a couple issues here and there. I guess some of them would be deal breakers for you guys, especially if you guys don't like modding your own figures. The biggest issue, I'll start off with the issues and get to the positives after. If you can see right there, let me bring him closer to the camera. He doesn't stand specifically 100% upright. He's kind of bent at the knees. What I mean is, if I turn him around, he almost seems like he's kind of leaning back. That's especially because if you pay attention to the knees right here, if I bend it over, or bend it out, excuse me, it looks fine, but if I bend it back, you can hear the plastic rubbing against the knee joint and the plastic inside the leg, so it causes this disjointed knee effect that doesn't close all the way, which causes the bend. Now the other knee does also have it, not as bad, I'd say, but it's still kind of an issue. I know you can fix it, but you're gonna have to get nail clippers and clip off both ends at the top and the bottom. So if that's something that you guys don't want to do right off the bat, I don't recommend you get this figure, because I'm pretty sure this is widespread throughout pretty much all the QC of the figures released so far. So there is that. But I mean, looking at it though, despite the issues, it looks pretty good. Honestly, it looks really good. It does come with swappable sleeves. Oh, that wasn't on camera. Swappable sleeves. These are the Beast Deities molded sleeves, but initially in box came with demoniacal fit. Now, I have these on because from what I've noticed with the demoniacal fit sleeves is that the sleeves that were originally on here tend to limit the articulation quite a bit, so I decided to switch them out. These are a lot more freeing in terms of articulation. Something else that I noticed is that you can take off this shoulder joint right here. If you notice, it's where the joint is attached. You can slide off the shoulder so you can replace the sleeves. So if that happens on accident, don't be scared. You didn't break your figure. It's just a functionality of it. But here he is. I have him on with the smirking face, looking straight forward. There is a bit of shading in the hair. I do like that. I don't know if, yes, it's coming across on camera. It's like slightly darker, maybe right there on the bangs, but it seems to be lighter throughout the entire figure. Now, I do have the Super Saiyan version, but that's gonna come for another video. I want to focus specifically on each, just to kind of get points across about each figure, because they're both different forms. I do have the OC Toys original head sculpts, and like I said earlier in the video, pretty sure they don't fit. So if you want this Vegito figure, you're probably gonna have to either be satisfied with just keeping a windswept hair on, or just getting another head sculpt. But honestly, this head sculpt is really pretty cool. I don't see a need to change it, but if you guys do want to, you can go ahead. If you guys are interested in buying this figure, I'll get a couple links. But honestly, yeah, I don't want to keep you guys for too long. But the only thing to go over is articulation. But let's see. So both arms, pretty much almost 90. If you take the sleeve further in, you can do arm 360. That goes for both arms. Bring the sleeve back on, and push the arm inside. That goes for both arms, and then you get 360 rotation on the head. Swivel side to side. Back, not too much. Well, if you see, there's a little bit of a split right here on the torso, so that's another thing to be weary of. But not too much leaning back. Forward, that is a lot of forward. His neck must hurt, holy. But head articulation is pretty good, and honestly, not anything super exciting on the legs, just standard 3.0 legs, but 90 to the side, down, 90 up, forward, again, forward up 90 degrees, down to the side, 90 degrees. So, yeah, honestly, I'm pretty happy with this figure. I will say again, there are a couple QC things here and there. But if you guys really do want to pick up this figure, I'll try to find a link where you can find it for as close as retail as I can get it, with a reliable store, maybe on AliExpress. Pretty sure 5K Toys still has it in stock, so I'll try to find some links. But honestly, yeah. Alright guys, now here's the posing segment. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, sorry for the delay. For some odd reason, pretty much all of the footage that I kept recording for this video kept getting corrupted pretty much the entire time. So I had to re-record this video like 4 different times, and of course had a couple things to do throughout the week, so also prevented me from finishing this video. But again, sorry for the delay. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, the Super Saiyan 1 will be up soon, and I mean soon. I will try to record it as fast as possible, put it out for you guys so you guys can watch it. Hope you guys watch it all the way through. And again, if you guys are interested in buying this figure, I will put the links in the description. But other than that, hope you guys have a good day. I'll see you around next time in the next video, and peace.